Hi everyone and welcome to week 9 of Dev Clash. I'm Rod, community developer for Imperator, and again with me, Jake, as usual.
Do we have the return of the Blondie? No, he has returned to the shadows from whence he strikes. Oh, no, Blondie's actually playing in Egypt now. Perhaps denotes not in for the day. I didn't check up on where everyone
Blondie
was for the
will
day.
be subbing for
Okay, so he has become that which consumed his prior nation. In fact, I think Kush owns like everything but what they started with now. It's not too hot for them right now.
Not very hot.
Blondie is Egypt's 64-dimensional chess.
No artificial gravitas. I don't think it's all quiet on the Western Front right now.
No, the Western Front is also under occupado from the invaders. If we look down here at the current wars that Rome is facing, we've got the Bosporan aggression. Not that the Bosporan Kingdom has the largest army known to man, and they don't have elephants, whilst Rome do. But it adds to Rome's trouble, since there's the Britannic War that's been going on for quite some time, the Dacian aggression, and Dacian love their heavy infantry, not nearly as much as Rome do.
Dacia played by Daniel.
By Daniel, yes, Daniel the Dacian, got him there. Did one of them just piece out? I was just about to click on another one.
I'm pretty sure it was Johan playing Saxonia that just pieced out with Audio
Yeah,
Kaiser.
there we go. We check out with Saxonia here.
And you can see that the leader of Saxonia is clearly realizing he made a mistake by entering that war.
There we go. Saxonia now have a truce with Rome for quite some time. It looks like the white piece given the length there. So the settled tribe of Saxonia. This is a great opportunity to check two of my favourite things right here. Checking the culture of Saxonia just spreading over here, but also the black hole of population from when they've just migrated over. Like Rome, full of folks, right? Even Britannia, right? If you ignore this weird island here, it's all looking quite glowing with pops. But then just this black hole. Nobody lives here, right? There's a few tribesmen with a campfire.
Yep.
But it's good to see the impact that Saxonia has had in migrating over there.
Draining the pops.
So meanwhile, the battles wage on there. They're ready to jump in on this. I think even the battle as it is, it's Britannia's going to be sent flying here. So I have to wonder what his goal is here. What is he prepared to give up, or will he fight till the bitter end and hope that other nations jump in the war against Rome? Because Saxonia pulled out, right? Look at that! It's just Dacia and Britannia now. So Rome is in a great situation.
And we have a question from Irviniska asking if we can change tactics during the battle. This is not doable. Not during battle.
No, otherwise it would just be a click fest to quickly jump on that.
Absolutely.
But it comes with a cost for changing your tactics, right? Your armies aren't going to be quite so fit for battle, so it's your question of if you want to go with a tactic and just plow on through in the fighting, or if perhaps you wish to, scout out a bit with smaller armies, figure out what the enemy's using and adapt yours, thinking that they will not readapt theirs.
Sometimes it's a good idea just to sacrifice a small stack for that. It can be really useful.
The mind games, though, who'd come out on top? Because these two have been bouncing around their tactics quite a bit over the course of this conflict. And what a conflict it is.
Definitely.
Oh, I just saw Dacia. They're ransoming prisoners to Rome. Clearly they want to make a bit of their dosh back after all this fighting. But it doesn't look like Dacia currently have other military obligations. I think they're a bit the manpower is not looking great there. How is Saxonia looking? Again, their manpower level's just not up to snuff, but they're not looking so good for the treasury.
And we have Bouilly saying, why did the coalition pieced out? Did Kaiser do some successful diplomatic missions? More than successful diplomatic missions, if you look at the state of each state involved in that massive war, they are slowly getting their cash and manpower drained, so I think it's more of a tactical quote-unquote retreat for them.
And here's another one. Looks like Britannia is just pieced out, and I don't recognize any border changes there. So did they?
Not to the best of my knowledge.
Right,
their leader looks so tired.
Well, no wonder he's been in this war for so long. He's like, I hate Romans so much, but...
Look at that martial skill, though. It's so sad.
Yeah, not the greatest we've ever seen. He's a lunatic. He's a loving, harsh
Polymath, rash lunatic with 10 in oratory power. Go figure.
He is, in no uncertain terms, stark, raving bonkers. Helps for his charisma, which probably worked for signing that peace deal there. But
because he's a mad lad.
Seems pretty cool.
And we have Sir Rogers playing Britannia, giving us a small update. As the OPM of Dubonia, I wanted to keep fighting. However, the historically strong nation of Macedon just was
whoosed out.
Wow.
Whoosed out. Okay, so the shade is being thrown here at Archeo. Whoosed out.
Oh,
those are not the words that win somebody the greatest warmongerer trophy, that's for sure.
And we have a small update from Grugi 2 playing the Bosporan Kingdom. I and Dacia tried our very best to try and persuade Macedon to stay in, but in the end it is impossible for us to keep fighting if we can't pass through Macedon.
Okay.
This is also why Grugi, decided to acquire a vassal bordering Rome.
It sounds a bit of the blame game to me, right? You know, we'd love to keep fighting, but if Macedon won't, we won't. Yep. I wonder what Archeo has to say about that.
Grugi is telling us that Dalmatia is the vassal.
Yes, Dalmatia. Thankfully, I have an unparalleled knowledge of the world thanks to find locations. Well, no, I know Dalmatia, but I never thought of it as a nation.
And we have an update from dear Areo, aka the Doctor, in this clash, telling us that Macedon will not stand the Britannic insults.
Oh. Britannic insults. Is this why they're at war, right?
And we have war in India. Oh, wow.
No, we got other wars. We got wars between Britannia and Macedon. I don't know how they plan to fight this, but...
Greedy much? I mean, that's a lot.
There were some real insults being thrown here. It's good to see Macedon won't take them sitting down. War in India, however, indeed. What is the story here? Shola, what's going on? It's the...
It's the Anuradhapura Mauryan War.
Wonderful, there we go.
There you go, sorry, my bad. And I'm pretty sure, and of course it is the Anuradhapura Mauryan War. I was 100% sure that Stacy would have declared the war.
100% sure?
100%.
That's a lot of percent.
For the past Death Clash, when I was trying to relocate someone to India after losing his country, I would have Stacy being very, very feisty and telling me, I don't want anyone near me or else I attack, I annex. Oh. So, yeah.
Well, I mean...
Stacy is bringing the fight now.
Well...
Not really.
Bringing it home.
Bringing it home.
Okay, so Sri Lanka got beaten back a bit there, but the reinforcements come in. I like they're fighting with different
and yep,
shields and
Cress's heroes, I like your thinking. Stacy's a true underdog. You bet it. She's gonna surprise us so much.
Well...
Hashtag Team Stacy.
Sure. She did send them packing on the second wave, but who really has more to draw upon here?
Okay, I have full cap locks coming from Areo playing Macedon telling us monetary reparations have been paid.
Ooh.
This gold will serve Macedon well.
So Macedon have used their show of strength to extract some dosh from Britannia.
I guess so. Probably.
I mean, how can Britannia live with themselves knowing that they not only couldn't liberate Gaul from Rome, but were also forced to send dosh over to Macedon? That doesn't sound too hot for them.
Not very hot indeed.
All right, I think we got some kind of sync thing going on.
No update right now.
No update? Well, no update. Good update.
Sir Rogers is telling us 1 gold was sent to appease their fractured ego.
Wow, I'm not sure. I think that's a new declaration of war, potentially for 2 gold. Oh, there's Trin popping out of the game.
I want a full update on that.
Poor Mara, but well.
And we have Gorion actually saying, Moria will implode soon. No.
Implode soon? Oh no, I mean, what does he possibly have to worry about?
We have a bit of a...
There is a risk of civil war breaking out due to 1/3 of the army being commanded by disloyal generals. I mean...
Gorion, you asked for it.
It's only a small risk, right?
update from the Kaiser telling us it is cleanup time in AI nations.
Oh, it's okay. Kaiser's doing spring cleaning now, is he?
Spring annexing, more like.
Spring annexing, despite the fact it's snowing today. It is apparently spring. And yeah, well, I don't think these AIs are going to last too long against the might of the Kaiser. If we check on him, he's already involved in 6 different wars. Oh, well, 5 now. He acts fast. I don't think he's going to have any problem taking over this. A bit of tyranny's not too bad. Hell, one might even say it's pretty good for you. Execution costs go down.
And also
imprisoning costs
the
go
slave
down.
output is really, really, really nice.
I don't know why people keep saying tyranny's a bad thing.
If I can throw you a bone here, I was not a big advocate of tyranny and killing people, but the more I play, the more I enjoy it. Because
I mean, sometimes you just have to embrace the monstrous side, these dark elements of humanity, right? They're there with us, no matter how much we try to deny it. So sometimes just embrace it.
I guess I got a bit tempted by the dark side right there.
There we go. Speaking of the dark side, Moria now have their own dark side spawning, the Revolt.
Oh boy.
The 1/3 of their disloyal leadership have decided, no, let's take to arms. Who do we have leading this revolt? We have Anuradhapura Mauryan, and he's not too bad. Deceitful, confident, arrogant, pious, and self-controlled.
Self-controlled, arrogant. Interesting.
Who will win? Who will win?
Indeed.
Neither of them are that strong on Marshall, but it's down to Gorion to see if he can manage this perhaps a bit better than he managed Carthage. That said, that's a lot of wars. That's rather a lot of
yes, that is a lot of wars
for him to be in. What's going on here? Bactria is also going to war with them, probably trying to grab a bit more land after, well, shrinking down a wee bit. But what about the other one? Yeah, this is Stacy's war, but there's also, of course, the Civil War. Yeah, so, but we saw a lot more red going on here. That's because Armenia decided to help out their good friends in Bactria. We've seen some good workings together between Armenia and Bactria, but why would Armenia...
Trin Triangula is such a nice guy. Who would have thought he would pounce on Gorion?
I mean, sometimes a mercy kill is exactly that, merciful. So that could be how he sees it.
Interested, because I think that Anuradhapura and Chola are now also engaged in a war against the Mauryan Revolution.
However, there's another war that catches our eye here.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Rome is now at war with Egypt and Armenia, but for reasons beyond my understanding, Dacia also is involved.
I hope that...
And Macedon.
I really, really hope that Denote is not starting to sweat watching Egypt in this war.
For some reason, Epirus, Macedon, Dacia, and Rome have all joined forces against Egypt.
That's just nasty.
This beggars belief, and the chat is similarly confused. Going, lol, WTF, rip Egypt. Egyptian Epirote War. So, it looks like the Egyptians decided to attack Epirus, but Macedon, Dacia, and Rome all decided to jump on in. Can we get some... Oh, Epirus allied with Rome, we allied with Epirus, and this is weird, says Daniel. So, not sure if non-Epirate forces are actually going to be getting involved in this war. Let's take a view as full observer and see what's going on here. Right, we have the Armenians pouring in here into Epirus. Wait, this further confuses matters. So what?
Hold on, attack to Epirus or Armenia?
Yeah, if we look at it from Epirite point of view, they're involved in that war, but Armenia has also attacked Epirus. So Epirus is against 2 nations here, which are both pouring in. The question is who's going to defend them. Dacia appear to be moving on in. Abri are involved, but yeah.
Looks like they have decided to roll with the punches.
A lot of pirates lining up around here, and here we go. The Roman Navy is involved. Right, they've decided to come on in and try to sink the
not looking
the
super
Egyptian
good for
Navy.
Egypt.
No, I mean both are facing losses, but it's a question of who can replenish those losses. Yeah, this is looking like a party for Rome on the seas, but will Rome actually arrive to fight as well, I wonder? Gotta hand it to Blondie, though, right? Normally, when people take control of a nation, just subbing or whatever, they're like, okay, we'll just take it status quo.
Yeah.
No need to rock the boat. But the boat has
Was
been...
that a pun intended? With
No.
The naval.
No.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. Just checking, my dear.
They're not gonna rock the crib, or rock the Casbah, or any other kinds of rocking. But with Blondie here, right, he's done with striking from the shadows. He will strike in broad daylight. He wants to take down Epirus, probably for Epirus's self-centered views on expansion, right?
Maybe.
Going like, oh, I'm just gonna tech. Oh, no.
I wonder if D-Note left a small memo to Blondie on what to do, next step to take.
Either it's telling him to do this, or it's telling him, just keep hold of what we got, and Blondie just went, yeah, away it goes.
The war score is in his favor against Egypt, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Egypt is not coming out on top in terms of war score here. They do not control what they need, and they've been losing the battles overall. In fact, they haven't won a single battle thus far, so that doesn't look too great for them. Looking at it from the Epirite point of view, yeah, pretty good actually, pretty damn good. So one wonders where Armenia comes into all this, and if Bactria will be too busy to help out. And then again, what of Parthia and Atropatene?
We actually just got a small update from Black Ninja playing Parthia, but I think Black Ninja is just trying out various game mechanics, and he's just saying that enticing governor worked.
Who is he enticing, I wonder?
I wonder too.
Okay, the battles continue to unfold. Can Armenia score a win? Well, not with all of these Macedons coming to reinforce.
Oh, just hold on.
But bringing in some more of his own as well. We'll see who can come out on top. I mean, tactics are pretty stalemated on both sides, so are the bonuses and malices for the battle.
Same with discipline.
But the numbers that have been brought in on Armenia's side...
What are the skills in martial for the generals involved?
Let's see here. We got 10 and 8, so a slight bonus for the Dacian Macedonian side. However, that's offset by the terrain penalty.
That is true.
They're not fighting in the greatest of lands here for them. Despite the numbers, though, the morale is not looking so hot for the Armenians. They're already beating a hasty retreat. And there we go, indeed. Right, Macedon soldiers. They haven't had the best performance throughout this dev clash. Probably because early on they kind of shed a lot of weight in their country. They're like, we don't need this, and then later on going, actually, let's have it back. So now we actually get to see them fighting toe to toe with similar forces. There was the Roman fight, but it was a group effort. A lot of people got involved there, right? A lot of participation medals handed out, but now they're able to shine in this war to their east.
Both foreign legions have been yet again activated. No rest for the kingdom.
Oh!
Exactly. Update from Black Ninja, at war with Saxonia now.
Well,
I told you that was going to happen.
Not just Saxonia, I think. What is the nature of this war? Epirus, Abria, Macedon, all these alliances kicking in, but I have a feeling that they're going to allow it to be mano a mano, right?
I sure hope so, because
no way would these allies get in the way of this honourable conflict. Parthia's mighty legions will no doubt score tremendous victories over Saxonia, is what they're no doubt saying, but that looks like no morale, and that looks like very no morale. And in pours good old Saxonia. So unit type, he's just going for it again. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. Well, he does, he's going for it. And he believes he's going to win. Their army has more morale and is better quality than the Saxonians. Now, quality was a bit of a problem for Saxonia in their previous wars against the Grug.
It is true.
So against another settled nation like Parthia, it could be Parthia holds the advantage at their fingertips. He's bringing in reinforcements as well. So I don't think this Saxonian clan going to come out on top. Yeah, losses immediately. Not looking so good for Saxonia. They're getting driven back, and Black
Ninja slapping Johan in the face. And we have also an update from Triangula playing Bactria, telling us that he has a bit of tyranny.
A bit of tyranny?
Wow!
What have you been doing, Trin? I think he's like awoken the monster within, right? So 88 tyranny is pretty good, right? That's a lot of slave output. Practically free to imprison people, right? Someone causes you problems, into the prison they go. Someone causes you problems even for win prison, off the head goes.
Did we say that
good.
Trin was merciful?
Trin the Merciful, right?
Of course.
Like all those merciful characters in history, right? You read your horrible histories, right? I'm sure chat loves horrible history.
And we also have Sir Rogers telling us that Britannia will never stand down, caplocks.
Will they not? I mean, what are they up to? Oh, right, they're at war once again. So
boy.
after standing down, they've decided to sit up and go for it once more. But Rome isn't, busy with this Armenian-Egyptian conflict. So I'm not... horrible history rules, says the logs in chat. Damn right.
Damn right.
Right, so what's the situation here then? Tell us more, oh fog of war. Right, they're back to it. Frankly, if I was this guy fighting a Roman soldier there, I wouldn't feel too confident about my chances. That said, he's pouring everything he can into this.
270k.
Yeah, that's a lot of soldiers, but... and he's got backup as well. The thing is, Rome have been able to replenish quite a lot of their manpower.
Oh, wow.
Their treasury is practically bottomless. They're going to really need to pull something. I mean, they really need to bring out all the stops to kind of contain the Roman. I think these piecemeal wars against them will be enough to keep it going. But this is Mr. Rogers we're talking about.
It is Sir
Rogers.
Rogers.
I know he's Sir Rogers, but I like to think of Mr.
Rogers.
Rogers. Great guy.
Great
Probably.
neighbor.
Never met him.
And we also have an update from Cats Playing Imperator telling us that Egyptian troops are weak.
Oh.
That's a slap in the face.
Weak. Well,
and we have an update from Stacy. So rare to see her in that chat. That was one hell of a fight.
One hell of a fight, but there is peace here. Peace
and
for...
I'm gonna ask her, and for what?
Well, I mean, Morea is shrinking ever further to their own revolt, so it's a good question. For what? Bactria look poised and ready to march all the way down to Delhi.
Armenia at war with Atropatene? Question mark.
Question mark. Well, I mean, we have the power to check. Yes, indeed, Armenia is enjoying.
Oh boy, that's
enjoying every war you can get. Now, what's the nature of this
like
war?
Everyone's at war.
Atropatania has gone to war with Parthia. And of course, Armenia joined in because they are Parthia's. So it's all these wars going on from east to west. I mean, is there a peaceful area on the map? There's Iberia, peaceful Iberians, and of course Bjorn up north in Sonia. Yeah, I know he curses us for not really giving him any spotlight time.
We did give him a sweet spot when he became a democratic republic. Because he did become a democratic republic. And actually we have a few more players here. We have Marco Mania playing by Carbelg, Azerol playing Sebastia, if I recall correctly, was the name? Yeah.
Wow, I mean, you're pretty good at remembering these.
Unfortunately, Helia is currently homesick, so sending you good vibes and
sending us good vibes from beyond the Alps this time.
Exactly. And he's supposed to play Asturia. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're solidified here, but they don't resist the Rome.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen with Sebastia if he will, at a point in time, dare interact with the Kaiser. That's going to be very interesting.
It's intimidating as well. Right, so looks like Parthia, they're on the ramp. Oh, they're bringing the slaves back home.
Actually, we have a message from Sebastia telling us that the barbarians are at the gates.
Ooh.
So maybe, just maybe, they will pounce.
We have plenty of conflicts as it is. I mean, you want to see violence, you should see what's going on in northern Gaul here, right?
It looks like Britannia has managed to make a steady advance, but he gets
how does he manage this? How does he do it, right? He gets the occupations. He does push in, right?
And look
at
that dash from the Kaiser, nearly 10k cash.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of gold.
Wow.
That's a whole lot of gold. Yeah, there we go. And we're being alerted that the Alps are on fire. Yes, they are. Rome is enjoying fighting with Silvacia as well. And they have crossed the Alps.
Yep.
I guess, unfortunately for them, they're going to be crossing back. Oh, wait, no, not even. Not even.
No, it's the Kaiser crossing the other way.
Just throw them into some Asda carrier bags, because they are done.
Hold on.
Coffin's too good for them.
We have a few astute viewers, notably Secular37, saying that Celticia is at war with Britannia. So
Britannia? Oh, Celticia.
Yeah,
I was
against
looking at
Britannia. Oh
Silvacia.
yeah, indeed,
Yeah,
they
there
are.
we go.
They are.
There we go.
My bad, chat,
What is
my
the
bad.
nature of this, right?
Bjorn is at war with them, says Laurel King 123.
Celticia Britannic War, so they have decided to attack Britannia for reasons unknown. Perhaps they'll chime in with a reason, but well, there is this border. Well, more of a borderlet, right? Spitting distance. Right into the prison. So, what's going to come of it? Perhaps they want to appease the Romans and say, we'll help you. Are you all right there, Rod? You seem a bit choked up there for a moment.
That's fine.
You're fine? Okay, if you're doing that, fine. I'll go and get a nice cup of tea.
No.
Want some coffee?
Here comes the pressure. Oh, I'd love to.
It's what I do, right? I'll
Okay.
stop for a nice chat with every player on the way as well.
All right. So yeah, we have actually an update from Sir Rogers telling us that Celticia allied up with Rome, and Rome is allying with all the majors to take down the OPM Britannia. And unfortunately, Daniel had to leave. So all right, let's get cracking. Let's see what's happening over these borders. And we have the Celtician army directly waltzing in and slowly but surely conquering the motherland Britannia. We have here little combat with an 80k stack, well, equal numbers of soldiers, same tactics, slight advantage for Britannia when it comes to discipline. Rolls are in favor of Britannia, and when it comes to generals, we have 8 marshal here for Britannia and 9 marshal, mind you, for Celticia, and it's a pretty close call. Probably Britannia is going to come out on top here, so we'll see what happens. And when it comes to units, you can see also that Celticia is actually superior heavy infantry. But indeed, Celticia is defeated and sent packing. What a loss indeed. And they are currently, actually, mind you, they might be conquering Britannia, but they are still losing the war score by 11. So I wonder why. Let's take a look. We have Armorica. This is the war score. Actually, the goal is to take Armorica for Celticia. Well, good luck with that, because this is going to be very, very tight. And we have also Tunisia. It looks like our dear Serbia is taking part in the war. Hey, no.
Yeah, I get to fun post in the chat now. All in due time.
Oh, thank you, LP.
Why do I have to sit down to "we are
right.
defeated"? I don't want to feel defeated here.
No.
Come on, chat. Give a hand for Rod, right?
Oh, hush.
I personally laugh my way out of the room when I go and get us some nice tea and coffee, but he takes it like a champ.
I do, just like my
There
flogging.
we go. They're clapping or flogging or flog
both.
clapping.
Oh man,
It's how they show their affection, right?
more wars for you. Stacy is informing us that India moves on Moria once more.
Oh, right, they're not done, right? Yeah, they're going for it once more. Shola is advancing. Looks like they were able to scrape their resources together and make a coordinated strike. But what is going to happen for Gorian? Do we have any input from Gorian? I don't know if he's actually sent us any messages, but it could be messages like, "Good God, where is my nation for one?" Marching back from trying to vanquish the Bactrians. I don't recall Bactria having all of this, so I think they came out all right from that war. Mm-hmm. Trin was really playing up the dire situation for his nation, but. Right, Savasia and Britannia both looking a bit grim. So Marcomania might be thinking, I wish I had come to their defences now, because it's probably not going to stop here, right?
True, but on the other hand, like Macromania, played by Karlberg, is in a bit of a situation here, because you have Hilya playing Asturia on one end, Britannia on the other end. Wow, Rome just
Rome
changed.
on that other end.
Yes. Knock knock, who's here? The 10th Legion. Hi.
Yeah, hello, your land is ours now.
Oh, yup.
So yeah, he might want to talk with Bjorn and go, I think we need some defense here, because the Kaiser's never one to limit himself to historical conquests, right?
Damn right.
When has he ever? So I'm just thinking...
And we have Karlberg giving us an update in the hotline saying, whoops. also from Jormungand playing Atropatini, telling us that Atropatini does not give much for the so-called Armenian war machine. Successful war against Parthia, Bactria, and Armenia.
Oh yeah, I really got to hand it to Jormungand.
Jormungand.
The player of Atropatini. It's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't here. But they struck out in all directions, and they made bank on it. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Right, they didn't exactly capture all of the great Mesopotamian lands. However, they showed Armenia what they're capable of. And Parthia, I think they're going to be licking their wounds pretty thoroughly right now, because they just lost a couple lands without too much trouble as well.
We have Artificial Gravitas asking to form Persia, please.
Is Persia formable? I can't say I've ever checked.
I think you can. Definitely.
If we check decisions here,
Form Persia.
what?
But the thing is that in order to form that, you need to have bits and pieces from all over the place.
Also, nice highlighting. It's even clearer than what we have.
Yeah, it's super useful. You can instantly see which cities you need in order to form it. So.
That means Bactria, a few AIs, and Armenia are all going to have to eat sandal over this one. But it would be very good if we went for it. I'd like to see Persia on the map.
Yep, I would like to be honest. And we have also an update from the Kaiser telling us time to revisit Britannia.
The Kaiser, okay. Oh, he's back.
Black Ninja telling us we didn't die, gave back the 2 provinces I stole from her. Our Tropatini, you were supposed to say, I assume. Man, Yo and Stroop are so weak. 7k versus 25k and mine won. Okay.
Okay, welcome to Rexit.
Oh!
This is pretty brutal.
And looks like Groogy is really looking for gemstones. Like he really wants them. What did the trade good gemstone provide?
That's a good question. He said he was looking for
I can't
for them,
remember.
right?
That's like finding a needle in a haystack.
No, now we get to enjoy 25 minutes of Jake just scouring over the map going...
I did not read incense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You read outsense, right?
No.
Yeah, good.
Replace
glad
the
you did.
Sorry.
Okay, we'll see what's happening back here in foreign ruled Britannia here. Okay, looks like Rome's really stepping on the gas here, spreading out, pursuing.
Yep.
Kind of think of it though as Rome though. Who's been doing a lot of the colonization though? Saxonia has had a heavy colonial game.
Yes.
Dacia did early northern.
And Macedon has removed the threat that was the small nation bordering it.
Oh, gotta hand it to Macedon. Of course, he's now removed from the beauty pageant for what?
Which means perhaps also a clearer front to attack Rome for the Aegean alliance.
Yeah, but I mean, true grand strategy players know it's not about building the optimum nation. It's about building the most beautiful nation.
Everyone knows it. Is Rome out of the war against Britannia?
Feels more like Britannia is out of Rome these days, but Rome is out. But notice that Bletanesia is still enjoying this war.
Wow, Seer Beer not settling for anything else than
could it be that Britannia
conquest?
thinks, if he can regroup and take down Siltesia...
They must tread very, very carefully, though.
Well, here we go.
I mean, Sir Rogers is really good at comebacks. We have seen him pull 1 or 2 throughout the few past sessions, so...
He's fairly cornered here. Let's get a rundown of the numbers, though. Britannia have quite a lot of basic troops on their side. Quite a few for Siltesia as well, though, focusing on the heavy infantry, which is just top-notch.
Yeah.
Naval superiority could go either way at these numbers. There's only like 10% between them in terms of numbers.
Really depends on technology here and also on the admiral leading the fleets.
I do want to compare those, actually. So if we check the technology of Britannia here, they got Martial Advance 21. Tunisia are only 19. So when it comes down to do-or-die battles, it's quite likely Britannia will have the slight advantage. Let's check out and see how they go. For example, we have an imminent battle. Britannia could well lose it, but if they take down the Blethnesians, unclear which side will win. Seems kind of clear to me.
Yeah, it is very clear.
Seems kind of very clear to me.
And I think this is tech level.
Yeah.
Probably, partially. And also look at the discipline, way higher for Britannia.
They got a wee chunk higher, but not very advanced units on either side.
That is true too.
Here we go. We've got some heavy infantry from Blettonesia moving in. Archers and we'll see.
And Searbeer is bringing everything he can to that fight.
He's gonna have to, right?
Yeah.
When your foe is down on one knee, don't let them stand back up.
He has superior tactics.
Yeah, here we go. He's bringing in a little bit more, pulling in everything he can. I don't think he can bring in any reinforcements at this point. It's coming down to the wire for the two of them, but I think that is Britannia sent packing.
And Searbeer came out on top. Well played, Searbeer.
Oh, and he's doing the pursuit. He wants to
good man.
Ruin their day.
We're tagging with Britannia. That's why there's the red icon. Sorry, face up. And bam! Stack wiped.
So India, what happened?
Yeah,
we had
let's start with India, then you.
What happened?
We had one hell of many wars.
Many wars, two wars, massive wars.
The great cooperation and friendship between Anuradhapura and Chola held, but the wars were very intense.
It was super intense.
That last one, you really rained down on us.
So, I had I am Hindu religion, right? And so they apparently can have reborn characters. If you look at my ruler.
Is that how we got such high stats?
Yes.
Wow.
My God!
So we assassinated his previous character who was good, and then he got this better character.
Into a godlike ruler. Is
Steve, maybe?
That plus your elephants was just smiting us down. I mean, you had like 20 stacks beating our 60 stacks. It
was crazy.
We were
this guy killed at least 500,000 people.
Yeah.
Right? He is.
It's Come Over Baby reborn in an even better, more godly man, taking his revenge.
Reborn philosopher. I'm also good at war.
Oh my God.
That's pretty impressive. Come in.
All right.
So Roger, Kaiser Johan. So what happened, guys?
I want to do some numbers. When I attacked Rome, he had about 2 times my pops, and Rome is the strongest nation in the game, so he was 3 times bigger than me. And then the Iberians who said they were going to help went against me. So I attacked a nation that was 3 times stronger than me and had other people attacking me. And I'm still kind of fighting, so it was completely unfair. Rome is going to eat them, so I don't know what the point for them is, but...
Well, we got a really good deal.
The deal is part of his land.
I mean,
I think I see what the deal might be here.
Celticia, props to you for pulling a 360 and landing on Britannia and starting to conquer, because that was a good game.
But I'm wondering, is it going to be hard to, get relief troops with his little navy here?
Well, all his navy is in the same spot, so...
Yeah, but it's like more than double the size.
Well, building ships is fast.
It's the Roman deal, the Cthulhu deal. Worship
have you
Cthulhu and you die first.
Have you heard about truce breaks? 400 Roman ships. Could happen, if necessary.
Can I steal the chair?
Of course.
On northern borders.
Thank you guys so much for your updates, and we'll catch you next week. Thank you so much for
done this to me?
So many fun wars. All right.
Well, I played Saxony and I noticed a few small, tiny little things. There's a few things we've been working on. That we want to... Kasi Johan's left the game, cool. We've been working with mercenaries. We want to make mercenaries a more interesting mechanic and not just being something you spam into each battle.
Nice.
Also, truce breaks will be a little bit more hurtful.
Cool. Fantastic. Glad to hear.
It will be more than just some stability
hits. Nice.
So that will be something we're looking at. We're also looking at various other things from balancing and tweaking. And I was mentioning technology stuff. I've been looking at we have no... for those that play the other games like EU1 and Forward, we have this thing called neighbor bonus that if you're behind in technology, it'll be easier to catch up.
On,
So we have some similar things that if you're behind in tech, you'll get more
a slight bonus from
Yeah.
the enables. Nice.
Obviously, this will not being released because the release version is finished and out
Of
to
course.
whatever for all printing and
So perhaps next patch?
yeah. The first patch will be looking at those
Nice.
balance issues and far more things. I hope.
Awesome.
Cool. So that's a little bit of an update.
Thank you so much, Johan, for the update.
Yeah,
really
cool.
appreciate it, and I think the fan appreciate it too. And I guess we'll catch you guys next week also on the Dev Clash, of course.
Not me. I'm not here next week. It's Easter.
Right. It is Easter. All right. On that note, guys, catch you next week.
Cheers.
See ya.
Bye.